Trick or Treat, written by Karen Volkler, illustrated by Nicholas Jackson. Focus question: what lesson does Mike learn in the story? 3 nights before Halloween, Mike McCarthy noticed a small orange box sitting on the kitchen counter. "What's that?" Mike asked as dinner. "It's for treat or treating," replied Esther, his little sister. "It's tiny," Mike said. "You can fit like 3 candy bars in that thing." Mike always used a pillowcase himself. He used to dream of building it, but for the past 6 months, he had mainly dreamed of buying a Super Spy Kit. Mike's friend Derek had offered to sell his kit to Mike for $25. All Mike had to do now, all I've been trying to do for the past 6 months, was gather that stuff. "It's not for candy," Esther explained. "It's for money." Mike almost spat out his chicken sandwich. "You can't go door to door asking for money," he spluttered, turning to his parents. "Can you?" "It's not for me," Esther said. "It's for UNICEF." "What's UNICEF?" asked Mike. "It's a charity that helps poor kids around the world," Esther said. "I could use some help," said Mike. Mrs. McCarthy rolled her eyes. "Not like these kids," she said. The next day at lunch, Mike complained to Derek. "Can you believe it?" he cried. "Maybe I should collect the money and keep it myself." "Maybe you should," Derek said. "After all," Mike continued, "I don't know these kids. I'm under no obligation to them." "Not at all," Derek agreed. "It's not like I've been doing them any actual harm," Mike said. "They'll be no worse off than they were already." "Right," Derek said, "and you'll be a whole lot better off. Loose change. Positive change. Some kids need more than candy. That's why each Halloween, some trick-or-treaters in the United States help UNICEF help kids around the world. These volunteers go door to door collecting donations. From 1915 to 2015, they raised $175 million. If you'd like to collect for UNICEF, ask your parents to help you find out more." Mike sighed. "Stop sighing," Derek said, "and seize this golden opportunity. You got a cute little sister, right?" "You think my sister's cute?" Mike croaked. "I don't," Derek said, "but the grown-ups are gonna give her tons of money." "Sure," Mike agreed. "Then you make her give to you," Derek said. "It was one thing to talk about stealing, but quite another to do it." Mike stared at Derek. Derek stared calmly back. "How?" asked Mike. "You let her know that you can make life very uncomfortable for her," Derek said. "I can?" Mike asked. Derek nodded, a steely glint in his dark eyes. "Why would I do that?" asked Mike. "You don't have to do it," Derek said. "You just have to threaten to do it." "I'm not gonna threaten my sister," Mike muttered. "And I'm not going to steal from poor kids either," he thought. Derek sighed this time. "You disappoint me," he said. "So just intercept the money before she delivers it to school." Mike was silent. "Otherwise," Derek continued, "I might just have to sell my bargain price Super Spy Kit to someone else." "Don't do that," Mike cried. "I won't," Derek said. "If you get me that UNICEF money." Mike knew it was wrong, but he agreed anyway. "I'll do it," he said. The evening of Halloween, Esther and her friend Emma giggled together in the McCarthy kitchen. Emma was dressed as an angel, while Esther sported a red dress, red tights, a shiny red tail, and horns. Her skin was bright red too. You look evil, Mike said. Thanks, Astor replied. Derek showed up in a fur-trimmed hat, a droopy mustache, and a pointy little beard. He carried a curved and creepy-looking sword. You look like a kung fu master, Mike said, crossed with the chicken. Close, Derek said dryly. I'm Genghis Khan. Who's Genghis Khan? Mike asked. The ruthless Mongolian warrior who created the largest empire in the world by destroying his enemies, Derek said. Are you a cloud? I'm Marshmallow, Mike said. Derek's lip curled into the slightly smile. Yes, you are, he said. Outside, Mike took the smell of fallen leaves and the sound of them crunching underfoot. A thrilling chill was in the air, and free candy was just around the corner. It should have felt good to be alive, but instead, Mike felt slightly sick. He found himself wishing no one would give his sister any money, but as Derek has predicted, Astor's UNICEF collection went very well. In the first hour, she collected $11.40. In the second hour, she collected $8.75. Math Minute at $11.40 and $8.75. If Astor collected money from 40 houses, what is the average amount of money she collected from each house? Answer, 50 cents. Back at the McCarthy house, Mike watched the devil trade 2 chocolate crunches for one of Genghis Khan's peanut butter cups. Genghis squeaked at Mike behind the devil's back. When the trading was done, Derek and Emma headed home. On his way out the door, Derek whispered, "Don't forget," and winked at Mike again. After Astor fell asleep, Mike snuck into her room and found the UNICEF box. Once he removed the money, he used all his saltwater taffy, 2 gobstoppers, and a nougat cluster to replace the weight of the coins. Then Mike crept back to his room. Sleeping was a long time coming, though. When he finally managed it, Mike's dreams would trouble him. A devil perched on his left shoulder, an angel on his right. And they whispered conflicting advice into his ears. Mike had seen this happen on TV before, but in his dream, Derek was the devil and Astor was the angel. Mike knew this, even though his sister wore the horns. When Mike woke up in a sweaty panic, he knew it still. He leaped out of bed, tiptoed back down the hallway to Astor's room, and replaced the stolen money in the box. In his haste, he left the candy. The next night at dinner, Miss McCarthy asked Astor how her class UNICEF collection went. "I think I was the only one to do it," Astor said, then turned to Mike. "My teacher said UNICEF don't take food donations. She likes saltwater taffy and loves nougat though, so she took your candy and donated an extra $5. I forgot the exact total." Mr. and Mrs. McCarthy had been beaming at their daughter. Now the beaming gazes shifted to their son. Mike cleared his throat. $25, he said weakly, and 15 cents. "Yes," Astor cried. She said it was the most money any of her students had ever collected. "Fantastic," said Mr. McCarthy. "Nice work, you two." Astor pulled a crumpled piece of paper from her pocket and handed it to Dad. $25, he read aloud, "can provide immunization to protect a child for life against the 6 leading childhood diseases: measles, polio, diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus, and tuberculosis." "Shots," Mike said. "You're forcing some kids to get a bundle of shots?" "Maybe," Miss McCarthy